In the upcoming clip, Chomsky speaks about the ultimate goal regarding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is to achieve a just and equitable resolution that respects the rights and dignity of both Israelis and Palestinians. He has often emphasized the importance of international law, human rights, and adherence to UN resolutions in resolving the conflict. Now off to this wonderful clip, and following some of Chomsky's key points of his from speeches and writings.
Well, back in the 1940s, I was very active politically, mostly on these topics. I was what was then called a Zionist, what is now called anti-Zionist. I was in favor of a binational arrangement based on Jewish-Arab working-class cooperation, left binationalism. And I don't think it was an idle dream. Those are different days from today. Maybe, so we shouldn't look at things from today's perspective. Anyway, that was what I was engaged in, and I still believe it. I think the best kind of system would be a libertarian, left libertarian, not in the American sense, a system based on cooperation of Arab-Jewish working people developing their own free institutions in a society in which there's no national state that picks one group over the other. So I was very much opposed to a Jewish state, which was part of the Zionist movement at the time, remember. This is pre-48. Is that achievable? Well, maybe, but you have to adapt your goals to existing circumstances. From 1967 to about 1975, I think it was a position that could have been implemented. There was a kind of a basis for it, and in fact I wrote about it at the time quite a lot. It was hated by everybody. It was denounced all across the board. Nevertheless, I think it was correct. By the mid-70s, it was no longer feasible. Palestinian nationalism had taken its position on the domestically and in the international arena. And as far as I can see today, the only way of moving toward that goal or anything like it is in stages, in which the first stage is the international consensus on a two-state settlement, which is blocked by the United States and Israel. But if that can be implemented, it could be the basis for moving on to something much better. I can't think of any other way. I mean, there are people who talk about one state, but I think that's idle. There's no way to achieve it except in stages. That just has no support anywhere, either in the domestic populations or in the international arena. So by calling for one, I mean, we have to make, if you're a serious activist, you have to make a familiar distinction to all activists, distinction between proposing and advocating. You can propose anything you like. You can propose that everybody live in peace and love each other. That's fine. But if you're serious, you advocate a way to get from here to there. If you don't do that, it's vacuous. And if there's an alternative, I've never seen it suggested.
Chomsky has consistently called for an end to Israel's occupation of Palestinian territories, including the West Bank and Gaza Strip. He views the occupation as a fundamental obstacle to achieving peace and justice in the region. While Chomsky has supported a two-state solution in the past, he has criticized the way in which negotiations have been conducted and the failure of the international community to hold Israel accountable for its actions. He believes that any viable solution must involve the creation of an independent Palestinian state alongside Israel, with mutually agreed-upon borders based on the pre-1967 lines. Chomsky has advocated for the right of Palestinian refugees to return to their homes and lands as stipulated in UN Resolution 194. He sees the recognition of this right as essential for achieving a just and lasting peace. Chomsky has been a vocal critic of Israel's continued expansion of settlements in the occupied territories, viewing them as illegal under international law and a major impediment to peace. Chomsky emphasizes the importance of ensuring equal rights and treatment for all inhabitants of Israel and the Palestinian territories, regardless of their ethnicity or religion. He opposes discrimination and inequality in any form. Well, I hope you liked the video and give the channel a subscribe. If you wish, you can now join the channel and become a member. Hopefully, in the future if the channel reaches 50,000 subscribers we can offer merchandise of Noam Chomsky. Now, take care and bye-bye.